Cimoooooooo! And welcome back to the YugiTuber Grand Championship Summer Qualifier. In this round, we have Omnitruce in the red playing Harpies, going up against Jacob in the blue playing Seraph Traptrix. With us again, we have Yugimation, but before we continue, while we watch this epic rock, paper, scissors battle, I want to thank our sponsor, Ronin Frog 87. He's an awesome YugiTuber, and I really think you guys should go check him out, and also go thank him for sponsoring the tournament and helping increase the prize support for the competitors. But none other than that, let's get on with Yugimation.
Hello, everyone! I am excited to watch this match, because not only is it my second time returning as a commentator in the qualifying match, I get to now sit here watching this amazing match while eating my lunch. And I'm not joking, I am death hungry.
This is only the most professional commentators for your pleasure, ladies and gentlemen. We have a Summoner Monk starting off on Omnitruce's side, pretty standard in the Harpy lineup. Pitching that Mind Control is probably going to go for, he could go for a Channeler or even a Harpist here.
Oh, obviously we're going to see that Channeler.
And there, no, we're seeing the Harpist, actually.
It's right off the bat, and I'm already getting my names mixed up.
So, I think this is a really interesting match because Harpies have just this innate ability to just utterly, wreck back row, and Jacob's deck has a ton of back row because it's Seraph Traptrix, so I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. We see Gaga Cowboy come out immediately in turn one. I guess Omnitruce wants to go ahead and ditch the Harpist, but just that's a really random card to go into.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the Harpist is going to get its effect during the end phase anyway, and he's going to get that first turn damage in. So that's definitely going to be, I guess, something to help set up Omnitruce's plays when he gets back eventually to his turn, if he doesn't get OTK'd. I'm not even sure if Jacob can OTK, but...
Seraph Traptrix, I don't think that's an OTK-esque deck. But I don't know, it's just... I see that he searched the Channeler, and that's all well and good. It's just kind of weird that, there's probably some other rank 4s he could have gone into, so I don't know.
I wonder why he asked if the Pot of Duality was good when he has no back row to respond to it.
It's DN, man. It's DN.
It's DN.
So Jacob's going to go ahead and add the Scepter. We see Jacob's also playing the Assault Halberd, which is a really interesting choice. So he's playing Seraph Traptrix with Heroic Champion Assault Halberd, which is a really good card because it's basically a free special summon.
Mm-hmm. And it also has that pressure of... exactly in our Fire Fist format, when we saw Bear hit the field, we didn't want him to get that damage in.
Oh.
Because he's then going to get a search. And we see the Galaxy Cyclone coming in, hitting that Dark Bribe. Jacob, why didn't you chain the Dark Bribe to negate the Galaxy Cyclone? It's simple math.
It's simple math.
Simple math. What is going on here?
But that's good, though, because now Omnitruce is pretty much free and clear to use that Channeler to just kind of go off here. So he's going to pitch the Cyber Harpy out of his hand. Now, he could go for the Harpy's Pet Dragon, which he does, or he could have also gone for a rank 4 play as well. I'm really curious what that set card is, because he could have set a Sovereignty, but he added Scepter, so I don't know why he just wouldn't have gone off. So that makes me think it's maybe a hand.
He did activate Pot of Duality, so he wouldn't have been able to special any of the
that's right. Duh. I'm bad. But
let's get out of here.
Yeah, no, so that means it has to be a hand or something, meaning it's Seraph Traptrix hand Heroic Champion Assault Halberd.
This taco is absolutely amazing. Just like the Mecha Beast Draco Sack. And it is a hand. I gotta hand it to him.
Fire hand. That's huge. Because now, Omnitruce is going to lose his Cowboy. Jacob's going to get an Ice Hand. And Omnitruce, unless he has another way to deal with the Ice Hand at the moment, there is not going to really be anything he can do, because Draco Sack cannot attack this turn.
That is true. Which brings up the question, why wouldn't Omnitruce want to deal the damage the first thing to maybe potentially bait out any back row, just in case that was a Fiendish Chain or something like that? It's no, I don't want to take any damage. That way he didn't need to waste his Galaxy Cyclone, which obviously wasn't the case, and I'm going off on a complete tangent right now, because none of this actually happened. But I'm just saying.
What he could have done was, too, he might have wanted to pump the Cowboy up to 25. Oh, no, it has to be attacking a monster to do that. So I really don't know, actually. But we see the Magical Hats, which is an infamous card in Harpies, and so this is going to be really interesting.
Getting those hysteric signs.
So
when that thing hits the field, my goodness.
now,
Not hit the field,
for
hit the grave.
anyone who plays DN enough, Magical Hats is one of the hardest cards to resolve on DN because you can't set spell and traps face down in defense mode.
Is true.
So what you have to do is you basically have to do it like Spellbook Library of the Crescent and kind of number all your cards. And it's just kind of complicated, but...
Yeah, it definitely is.
But in any...
I want to see someone resolve a Convulsion of Nature. The one card you cannot, no matter how hard you try, really do inside this without actually, like, breaking all the rules. Because you can mill your deck.
Yeah.
And then kind of go off that, but then you see every card in your deck. So it doesn't technically work like that. You get a DQ. Your ass is out of there on the quicks.
Yeah, and it's interesting, though, because Magical Hats actually has gained more, I guess it's become better since Galaxy Cyclone's been released, because now you can send Cyclone with Magical Hats, and you can still trigger it from Grave, just like Hysteric Sign.
Absolutely.
So it's just another good card. I think before people were using, like a trap card that kind of had the same effect, but now Galaxy Cyclone's kind of like, you get to pick when it activates, as opposed to like that trap. It was like when it was sent to the grave, you had to destroy it. But anyway, in main phase 2, we see Jacob summoning the Scepter, and he's probably going to go off here, if I had to guess. There's the Sovereignty.
What gave you that impression? It's just a thought.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's one taco down.
This is going to be a pretty big play here, because he's going to be able to draw off the Sovereignty. He's going to search out another Sovereignty, which is going to trigger... And he's just going to wombo combo from here. He's probably going to go into... he could go into a Deltaros, an Ouroboros. It's going to...
Of course, eventually, getting rid of that Dracosack, because that's going to be the problem. If it stayed on the field, Dracosack able to generate more tokens, protecting himself, and then popping shit left and right. You don't even know what's going to happen. But not with this case, because that Scepter, as soon as he XYZs into a play, because I'm fairly sure he's going to keep that hand around, is probably going to go into Deltaros, get the pop-off Scepter, draw a card, and still have all 3 materials on the Deltaros. And I'm actually sounding professional for the first time ever commentating. I actually know what I'm talking about.
I actually think he's going to go into Ouroboros, because since Scepter's going to pop...
Don't do that to me. I was having a really good moment right there.
I'm sorry. And there's the Ouroboros.
He ran into Ouroboros! What?
The only reason he's going to go into Ouroboros is because, like you said, Scepter's going to pop Dracosack anyway, and Ouroboros is going to allow him to pick the last card out of Omnitruce's hand, whereas Deltaros wouldn't have given him that luxury. So, and plus Ouroboros is a bigger beater as well, even though it's main phase 2, but still, it's a bigger monster.
Shut up, Alex. You're making me really sad over here eating my second taco.
But you sounded professional. Everyone will tell you in the comments how professional you sound.
They're going to do exactly the opposite. Oh my god. You mentioned eating and not telling the correct plays? What the hell is going on? Get this guy out of here. I want the Cali effect back, damn it.
Oh, don't worry. People are probably going to riot for the Cali effect at some point. But Jacob's going to set 2 back row, leaving Omnitruce with 0 cards. But that Hysteric Sign is actually going to replenish Omnitruce's hand now. He's going to grab the Harpy Queen, the Harpy Harpist, and if I had to guess, maybe a Channeler? There's the Channeler.
You're like a sidekick.
Well, it just makes the most sense.
Or you're psychic. It's simple math, Alex.
Now,
what are you talking about?
This is going to be interesting, though, because, I mean, he has to blindly do this Channeler play with 2 back row. So, I mean, if it does go through, I mean, good for Omnitruce. But if not, I mean, I don't know.
I kind of think he'd want to ditch the Queen to get the Harpy ground and then normal summon. That way he can still get a pop off of the Harpy ground, but I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know what I'm
no, that actually makes sense, but unfortunately for him...
Oh my god, I'm sounding professional again. This is a new turn of events for thee.
So the Harpist is going to... Or not the Harpist. The Queen is going to get bottomless, but I guess the good thing for Omnitruce is you can trade with that Ice Hand, so it's not going to get an effect. But Jacob's still in pretty good board control at the moment, and...
I mean, look at that hand. It's glorious.
I know. 5 cards to his hand. The Ouroboros still on field. He's still got a back row, too. I mean, it's... Omnitruce is going to need something big here. He's going to need, like, a Soul Charge, or he's going to need something big. Luckily for him, I don't think Jacob can actually OTK him, at all. Because... Oh, that's weird. He used Ouroboros' effect in the hand again, which it actually can't do. Okay, I guess that was just, like, a misplay.
Tournaments are full with them. Get over it.
Yeah.
If we call out every single misplay, every single player at a tournament Well, I can't say everyone because then that's, like too sure of myself. 90% of the players would probably be DQ'd if you got penalized for every misplay you did.
Exactly. And plus we look at this stuff in retrospect anyway, so it's like, it's not like we can tell them to stop right at this moment in time. But anyway, Jacob's gonna...
Maybe you can't, but I can.
That's true.
It's a hidden power that I have that I haven't revealed to anyone except at this exact moment.
Then why didn't you use it when you were in the top 4 of the tournament?
Don't judge me. Don't you dare judge me about what I did or didn't do.
So Jacob's going to take game 1. Omnitroops is going to scoop it up. Like I said, just too much board control on Jacob's side. Omnitroops is going to start off again with the Summoner Monk. I wonder what he's going to do. Oh, wow, he doesn't have a spell to follow it up. He's just going to throw it out in defense and set a couple back row.
That's very interesting. I probably would have saved the Summoner Monk for at least maybe another play. You never know. Oh,
yeah, exactly. There's the Assault Halberd. This might get good. That Assault Halberd, I mean, it's a free special summon, and then if he attacks that Summoner Monk, he's going to be able to search out another copy of Halberd. Because assumingly he runs a few copies of it. Oh, with the magical hats again.
What happens when that comes down to the monster having to attack a spell or trap, but it has piercing damage?
So this is...
Would it not do piercing damage?
It actually does do piercing damage. This is a very odd ruling, but it's actually ruled that the spells and traps are actually 0 attack and defense monsters.
Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like Jacob is going to get a free +1 off of that Assault Halberd.
I think Omnitroops is just wanting to save the Summoner Monk, which kind of makes sense, but he's sacrificing, a quarter of his life points and a +1 to do it. I mean, I don't know. He better make it pay off.
Hopefully it brings him some luck or something, because this is already starting to look like a dire situation to me.
Yeah. Again, this is just one of those weird rulings with magical hats. I think they're actually discussing it right now in the chat. And Harpy players are very familiar with it because they have to deal with this like pretty much on a daily basis.
So they're on the no.
They're on the no.
They're definitely on that no.
They are. It's just one of those weird things that like it doesn't really make sense because it's not technically a monster, but it's like I don't know. So he adds another copy of Assault Halberd. He could summon that in main phase 2, and he could do something to get rid of that Summoner Monk if he really wanted to. But it looks like he's just going to set some back row and just pass.
Because what's the likelihood of him drawing a spell, right?
In a Harpy deck.
In a Harpy deck. I don't know. It's just one of those things.
So we see Channeler come down, so he's got potential for a play here.
And we see him ditch that Cypher Heart. No. I got this. I got this one, Alex.
Okay.
Alright. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see Harpy Channeler come down. It's going right through mid. He's going to be taking the smoke towards long. And, of course, he ditches the Cypher Harpist and brings out the Harpist to himself. But we see a Torrential. No, sir. We have an opt-down mid. He's taking off, picking one of them up at a time. And, of course, Omnitroops is going to be losing his entire field while Jacob only loses one of his monsters. This is going to be quite an upset. He's going to be setting one, turning his turn over, but the Harpist is still going to be getting him that one monster during the end phase due to it being on the field and then hitting the grave. And he's going to be adding that Channeler again to hopefully get his combos off the next turn. Hopefully he doesn't lose in this next turn that it's going to be Jacob's. And he's going to be turn passing right now to Omnitroops' 3 cards to Jacob's 6.
Now, let's remember, too, that Jacob actually got that Assault Halberd for free, though, and there's another, and that's the one. So it's basically like that Torrential was, like, the perfect card, because he didn't lose anything.
Absolutely was. You know what? This kind of reminds me a little bit of something. It's, this is kind of like a champ setting.
A champ setting?
Yeah, the champ setting. Because, you know...
And his name is John C.
I don't know, it's just a little champ setting to me.
It looks like a champ setting right now, because that heroic champion Assault Halberd is in the champ seat.
In the champ seat, he's sitting there with his huge-ass knife. It was like, I'm gonna poke you.
You mean that Halberd?
Halberd, what'd I say?
You said huge-ass knife.
Don't judge.
We see the Hysteric Party, though, in the end phase. This could be really big. Discarding that Channeler, and he could potentially bring back his whole grave. But the one card that Jacob had set last turn was an MST, and now that Hysteric Party is not going to resolve. Wow.
Let's see if this one draw of the outs could save Omnitruce inside this. And, of course, it doesn't. Draws that one card, passes turn immediately. This kind of looks like it's going to be a Baskin-Robbins setting. You know, double scoop Sundays right here.
Double scoop Sundays.
Double scoop Sundays. That's going to be... That's the new term for this video. Hashtag double scoop Sundays.
I think we're on to a new we're on to a new series, Scoop Sundays.
A new series. There we go. Now we have to record every Sunday, and if the person loses 2-0,
Double
it's going to be called Double
Sundays.
Scoop Sunday.
Oh, so those assault halberds though, putting in work, and this could be game right here if this cowboy can connect for the last 8. Nothing did damage this turn except for assault halberd, and that is it though. Omnitruce going to scoop it up. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Jacob moving on to a 2-0.
Unbelievable.
Thank you all so much for watching the video, and we will see you in the next match.
Catch your comments later on the next video that Alex has.
Cimoooooooo!